In this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the recent Disney Plus Day event. Hey, it's me AP, and welcome back to another video. So, Disney Plus Day 2021, the big Disney Plus event. It was on this past weekend, and I just thought I wanted to put together a video to give my thoughts on this event and what we've seen from this event and what sort of trailers, teasers we got, and things. I did like some of the stuff from this event, and I am going to discuss that in this video. But there is going to be a point in this video where I'm going to talk about things I would have liked to have seen, and hopefully for future events, things maybe that we'll get in future Disney Plus Day events. So let's deep dive into the topic of Disney Plus Day thoughts on Disney Plus Day 2021. So looking at some of the trailers and the teasers we got from Disney Plus Day, one of my first favourite ones to come out of this has to be Baymax, the Big Hero 6 spin-off, and it's going to be a TV animated spin-off with the same sort of look from the actual film, from the Big Hero 6 movie, and that same character. And it looks like a lot of them same characters from the movie will be coming over to this TV show, and it's going to be like a sequel to that movie as well. It's going to be streaming in 2022 on Disney Plus, Baymax, the TV show. And it looked like a really fun trailer. This was like a 1 minute, 2 minute trailer. And it just looked funny. It had everything, what we liked, what I personally liked from Big Hero 6. And it had a lot of humor in it, a lot of comedy. One part I really enjoyed from this trailer, really funny part, was the scene where Baymax is in the coffee shop and he's serving the coffee to the customers. And he's got the coffee cup and he's trying to put it down and he's just going boop. And then the coffee cup just keeps on coming up every time, and the customers are just looking at him like, just give me the coffee, and it just looked funny. And that I really, like I said, Big Hero 6 is definitely up there in my top tier movies. I love that film. I think it's brilliant. And now that we're getting this Baymax TV show on Disney Plus next year, I'm really excited, and I think that was a really cool trailer that they dropped there on Disney Plus Day. So the next property I want to discuss is She-Hulk. Now we got this teaser trailer from the She-Hulk TV show. It's saying streaming soon. So I reckon that's going to be 2022 now, surely. I don't think it's going to be 2021. But She-Hulk, they're telling the story of the cousin of Bruce Banner, Jennifer Walters. And in the comic book, I believe she has a blood transfusion with Bruce Banner. He gives her his blood, and she has then the gene of the Hulk, and she becomes She-Hulk. And we got a really short teaser from this. It must have only been like 30, 40 seconds long. We didn't see all that much, did we, from this teaser of She-Hulk? We did get a look at the actress playing the She-Hulk, but is as Jennifer Walters. We kind of got a small glance at the back of She-Hulk, and one thing that I took from this, first of all, it's cool that we're getting Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo returning in that role as Bruce Banner, and I imagine I think he was in, what was he? He was as Smart Hulk in this trailer, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was. He wasn't as Bruce Banner. He was as the Smart Hulk. So that's cool that we're getting Mark Ruffalo in this TV show coming up. What I'm intrigued to take from this trailer is the She-Hulk look. I don't think it's going to be CGI. I think it'll be minimal CGI, because I looked at it and I thought that this just looked like it kind of looked like a Lou Ferrigno, just like a super muscular actor or actress as She-Hulk. When we got the glance at the back of She-Hulk, she must have been playing. It looked like she was playing basketball or something. But it didn't look like CGI. It looked like someone had just been painted green. And I'm thinking, is that the way they're going to go with this? They're just going to make her so she's just super strong, but they're not going to seek. Because in the comic books, She-Hulk is big, but she's not Incredible Hulk size big. She's just kind of a same proportion as a normal person. So it'll be interesting to see whether they go the CGI route, or maybe a small amount of CGI to make her look a bit bigger. the actress, or whether it'll just be sort of painted on green makeup and stuff, and maybe some prosthetics and stuff to make her look slightly different as the She-Hulk. But I'm interested to see this show. I think it's something new. We've had, we've had the Incredible Hulk movies. We've never had a live action incarnation of the She-Hulk character. And she's pretty significant in the comics. I mean, if you read some of the classic Marvel comics, she's really significant to the Avengers. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I'm hoping we do get like a proper full-on trailer soon. I imagine because it's still early days, that's all they could give us, this small little teaser. But it was weird at the end where they say, it was like it's shown Bruce Banner. Actually, that's it. It's shown Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner at the end as Bruce Banner as human form, and Jennifer Walters in her human form, and they were like dressed. They're like sort of like 1970s, looking at the camera, breaking the third wall, and so it looked like maybe they were doing like an advertisement or something. And they were saying, she said, "You wouldn't like me when I'm angry," and obviously it's a nod to the classic line from the TV show and obviously the comics. And I think that's like the film in some sort of like gimmicky ad for a firm, as she's like a lawyer, isn't she, in the comics, I think. So I think that's the way it is going to be with that, and then we'll see there'll be some sort of accident, and then she'll become the She-Hulk after the blood transfusion. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. I just hope we get more trailers at the early point of next year, and I'm looking forward to seeing She-Hulk. So the next thing I want to discuss from Disney Plus Day is Moon Knight. Now, Moon Knight is the new TV show, another MCU property that will star Oscar Isaac as Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, the identity of Mark Spector. I'll be totally honest, I don't know a whole lot about this character. Once I heard the announcement like a few years ago, or when they were going to do it, or there was rumours of it, I looked into it a bit and I got like a bit of an idea of what this character is, but it's still, I honestly couldn't say flat out that I know what this character is all about. From what I gather, this character, Mark Spector, he's got like multiple personalities and stuff, and he doesn't really know who he is, and he doesn't know if like reality's right, if reality is like actually reality, or if he's dreaming. It seems like a very weird like comic book. I think people have mentioned it being like a sort of like Marvel's version to Batman. Whether that's the case, who knows? But what can we take from this teaser trailer from Moon Knight? Again, we didn't really see that much, so we can't really gather and get a full idea and concept of what the show will be. What I got from it is this character, Mark Spector, he has problems. He's unclear of what is real and what is not. And then we just see this figure of the Moon Knight costume, obviously in the full getup, and he's like smashing it on the floor, and then we see him like running across these buildings, and it looks, again, something new, something fresh, and I'm excited to see it. I do honestly like to see new properties, like new characters that I've never seen on screen before. I think going from Shang-Chi recently, I've watched Shang-Chi recently, I didn't know anything about the character. I know a lot of people have said that the character is different in the comics, and they've changed him a lot. Apparently in the comics he was like more like a James Bond type figure, I've heard. Whether that's correct, I don't know. But apparently the Shang-Chi movie is very different from what is in the original comic book run. But I really liked seeing that character. I love that movie. I thought it was something different to the MCU. And all these now TV shows are going to be completely different, I'm sure. Ethan Hawke is in the Moon Knight TV show. We don't know. I think he might be playing the bad guy in this, the antagonist. So that'll be cool to see. I think he's a really good actor. Oscar Isaac, I think, is fantastic. I think he's going to be great in that role. I couldn't really pick up on the accent he was doing in the trailer. I kind of thought it sounded like a British accent. I may be wrong. Is this character of Mark Spector British? It sounded like to me. He sounded like he was like, I don't know what is. He sounded like Oliver Twist. I don't know what is real and what is not. I don't know anymore. My name is Moon Knight. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Did you think he sounded like a British character? Is this character like a a British superhero. Are we going to get into this world now where we see a Captain Britain eventually, and with all these, what's it, the Black Knight as Kit Harington's Black Knight? Are we moving over to the British side of the MCU? Finally, yeah, I'm down for that. I think it's going to be cool to see. But yeah, I'm happy. I thought it was cool that we got to see a small teaser. Sure, they're still working on it, and this is probably, again, going to be a 2022 TV show. Kevin Feige has said that the character of Moon Knight will start off in the TV show, but he will then move towards into the films, you know. So whether that will be a solo movie, we don't know yet, or it may be just a case where he's like a supporting character for some of the movies, or maybe he's featured in the next Avengers movie. I'm sure it'll become more clear over the next sort of couple of movies. I think once we get like the next Doctor Strange and Spider-Man out of the way, I think we'll have a clearer idea of where this next phase of the MCU is going, and where all these new characters like She-Hulk and Moon Knight and Blade and Black Knight and all these new upcoming characters are how they're gonna fit in with the rest of the MCU. So the final property I want to discuss from Disney Plus Day is Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show, the upcoming TV show that's coming out next year. We got a sizzle reel for this, and a sizzle reel just giving like a bit of the behind-the-scenes look and a few little interviews with like Ewan McGregor and like the director behind this show. And we got a load of like concept art. We didn't get any footage from the show. It was all like concept art, painted like shots and stuff like that, and just it was very, you know, Star Wars. It wasn't anything new, but we got the reveals that Hayden Christensen is definitely returning, and he will be in the full Darth Vader costume. Look, it was cool to see. I mean, it was just cool to see the fact that we're going to get Darth Vader in this series again. And what I'm intrigued to know, because they've not mentioned him yet, James Earl Jones, will he return as the voice of Darth Vader? Or it just seems, if they're bringing Hayden Christensen in, it just seems like they're going to obviously use him as an actor and his voice. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with that, whether James Earl Jones will return. I'll be honest with you, I think as iconic as Darth Vader is now, I felt watching, I think it was the Han Solo movie, or it was the Rogue One movie. James Earl Jones, his voice sounded a lot different, Darth Vader, in that movie compared to the originals. And I get it, it's like 20, 30, 40 years on from the original movies, but it just didn't sound right to me. It sounded like a different Vader. I think James Earl Jones is a great actor, a great performer, but I feel like that the voice now is changed so much, and it doesn't feel like it would fit in with the canon of the original Vader voice. I know maybe that's just me being a picky Star Wars fan, but when I watched Rogue One, I was like, oh, that voice sounds really different. It sounds like slower. It just didn't sound like the Vader from the old movies. But will he return? I don't know. I mean, I'd happily watch it I wouldn't be like disappointed if he returned, but I also wouldn't be disappointed if they recast and got some sort of voiceover actor in to do the voice now, if they could get it to sound like Darth Vader from the original movies more so. Again, that's me being probably a picky Star Wars fan. That's just the way when I heard that voice in the Rogue One movie, I love that movie, by the way, but the voice just sounded a bit off for me. But it'll be interesting to see whether, because it shows a lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and Darth Vader's got the mask on. So is Hayden Christensen going to take off the mask? Are we just going to see maybe like his mouth revealed and he talks through him? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But I mean, the concept art looked cool. We're obviously going to see a young Luke Skywalker in the series, and we're going to see the adventures of Obi-Wan Kenobi as this, like, watching over this child and watching over this family, and then these, like, other little adventures, maybe little side stories as well. Is it a series that I've always wanted to see? I'll be honest with you, I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi story was perfect the way it was, but if they can give us any more Star Wars material or any more Star Wars shows, films, I'm never going to say no to Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I'm happily going to watch it when we see it next year. So I've discussed there a few of the things I really enjoyed from Disney Plus Day this year, but I just wanted to talk about really some of like maybe not negatives, but things that I'd like to see in future. I think personally there was not enough like full length trailers, and we didn't see half. Like I mean, you look at how many. I think it was a Disney Investor Day last December. It was. I'm pretty sure, and they mentioned all these upcoming Disney Plus shows like the Acolyte, and I know a lot of these still have not started filming, but like the Ahsoka TV show, could we have not got a teaser for that? Obi-Wan Kenobi show, I'm pretty sure they've started filming. Could they have not give us a trailer to see there? I think what probably would have done, I would have kept the Book of Boba Fett trailer for Disney Plus Day. They released it like a week earlier. That would have been great. Keep that for Disney Plus Day. They should have. I just wanted more. I wanted more as a fan. Like maybe some news on the Mandalorian. Maybe just some more full, like the She-Hulk. Like I said, if we got a bit more of like a full-length trailer for that. I get a lot of these things are still in motion, and you know they can only show so much. But it felt a bit underwhelming. I'll be honest with you. I was watching the DC Fandom event like a few weeks prior, and I was not happy with that because I felt that we just didn't get enough content. And I mean, looking back now, DC Fandom gave us a lot more than what Disney Plus Day give us. And I think really, looking at the two, that was the better event out of the two now. And looking at, I think, wow, we were really lucky to get all that content there. I would have liked to see it. I really thought Disney Plus were going to like blow it out of the water and just give us just like show after show, trailer after trailer of just awesome properties. I'll be honest, for me, the property I'm looking at is like MCU, Marvel, and Star Wars mainly. But they just didn't really give us that much from that side of things. We didn't get it. I didn't feel like as a fan that I got all the fan service I wanted from this event, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that thinking. I think Disney Plus Day this year was a really underwhelming, and next year what they need to give us is more content, more looks at these TV shows coming up, more trailers and interviews with the cast and characters, behind the scenes looks. Just give us more detail, give us at least like 30 minutes of content on each property, and just give us an inside look at what these shows are and what they're going to be. That's what we all want to see as fans. And look, we've got to be grateful for what we get, sure, and I was happy to see what we got there. It was cool. But I just wanted a bit more as a fan of Disney and of Disney Plus and the shows they're pumping out. I just wanted to see more of this content because I love these shows that they're making at this moment in time. So hopefully next year they'll give us more, give the fans more content. If you enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like and check out the rest of my movie related content as well, and let me know your thoughts on Disney Plus Day this year. Did you enjoy the event, and what were your favourite trailers, and what would you like to see improved in future Disney Plus Day events and DC Fandom events? How would you make it better for next year? Let me know all your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.